All right, here we go with chapter 7, lesson 1. We are going to be talking about the distributive property. So if we look at our key concept here, the distributive property means that we are going to multiply a sum or difference by a number and then multiply each term inside the parentheses by the number outside the parentheses. So there's a couple examples here for you. We're just going to jump right into down here. So we're going to use the distributive property to write each expression as an equivalent numeric expression. Then we're going to evaluate the expression. So there's a couple steps that we're going to be taking from the very beginning here. Eventually you'll be able to skip some of these steps, but for now I want to see all of this work. So our distributive property tells me that what is outside the parentheses, so our 5, is going to be multiplied into each piece inside parentheses. So to rewrite our equivalent expression, that was part 1. So 5, remember parentheses means multiply, so times 12 plus 5 times 4. Now we're going to evaluate. 5 times 12 is 60, plus 5 times 4 is 20, and our final answer is 80. So we need to see this step, and then we'll need our final answer. Okay, second example here. In parentheses, 20 minus 3 times 8.2 outside parentheses. Now this time our number outside is in the back, but still the same idea. Distribute it to each number inside. Notice there's a minus sign this time. So we have 8.2 times 20 minus 8.2 times 3. Make sure you can tell the difference between your decimals and your multiplication. I'm using the dot this time instead of parentheses because our goal was to get rid of parentheses with our distributive property. Here we evaluate. 8.2 times 20 is 164 minus 8.2 times 3, which gives us 24.6. We go ahead and subtract them. It's the final answer of 139.4. Okay. We're going to use the distributive property for some mental math. On a school visit to Washington, D.C., DeCauley and his class visited the Smithsonian National Air and Space Museum. Tickets to the IMAX movie cost $8.99. Find the total cost for 20 students to see the IMAX movie. Now, our goal of this, we know that what we're doing here is 20 times $8.99. But we want to think about our distributive property. So to do this mentally, remember our mental math from last chapter, we're going to think about how can I break up $8.99. So we have our whole number, $8 plus 90 cents plus 9 cents. So $8 plus 90 cents plus 9 cents gives us back our $8.99. Notice 90 is 90, 9 is 09. They're not both 0.9. And we have 20 students. So 20 is what we will be distributing. So 20 times 8, 20 times 0.9, and 20 times 0.09. 20 times 8. You're not told that we have to do that write-out step on this problem, so we can go ahead and just start distributing. 20 times 8 gives us 160, plus 20 times 0.9 gives us 18. I'm going to go ahead and put my decimal in this one. And 20 times 0.09 plus $1.80. Go ahead and add all those up. Watch your decimal places. You get 179.80 because we're talking about money. So $179.80. Don't forget your dollar sign or your zero. Double check it. Yes, we are correct. $179.80. Alright, one last slide. Use the distributive property to write each expression as an equivalent algebraic expression. Alright, so using our distributive property for algebraic expressions where we now have variables. We're still distributing. I'm going to write that in between step. So 4 times x plus 4 times 5. Well, 4 times x is just 4x plus 4 times 5 is 20. I cannot combine these two, so 4x plus 20 is my final answer. For part B, distributing backwards this time. 6 times y plus 6 times 10. 6 times y is 6y plus X times 10 is 60. Again, they cannot be combined, so 6y plus 60 is your final answer. Back over here, distributing with a minus sign this time. So 3 times n minus 3 times 4 gives us 3n minus 12. Okay, part B, I have a negative sign here. I also have a minus sign inside. So when we do our distribution, if it helps you to write those little arcs there, so negative 9.5 times n, again, make sure you know the difference between a decimal and a multiplication sign, minus negative 9.5 times 7. Negative 9.5 times n is just negative 9.5 n. Remember that minus a negative gives us plus a positive. So we're really thinking plus 9.5 times 7, which is 66.5. Cannot combine because there is an n there and not an n there. And last one, working with a fraction. 2/3 times d minus 3. If we distribute, we have 2/3 times d minus, oops, I went ahead myself there, 2/3 times 3. So 2/3 times d just gives us 2/3 d minus 2/3 times 3 is 2. Can't combine them because of that d again. Alright, there is your first lesson.